Hello, it's Phaedra from Phaedra Gardeness, and we have a flower farm over in Australia. And today I want to show you how to make these beautiful trellises. They're made from grapevines, and I've used water spouts from fruit trees, but you can use any long tall sticks to make the uprights. And they've been really good. They're nice and sturdy, and it just feels so nice to build something from scratch from nature. So firstly, you need to go and find your uprights. As I said before, we use the water spouts. Water spouts are shoots that grow up from fruit trees. They usually grow straight up, and I just let our fruit trees grow them all winter, and then I use them for projects in the spring or late winter. So you just want to trim everything to the right height, and then trim any sort of side shoots off, clean them up. I do leave a bit at the tops just to add a bit of visual interest in the top third of the trellis. And then you bundle them together with some twine just to hold everything together while you're weaving the grapevines around. And then you want to position the bottoms of all the sticks. What I've done is I've just put them in a spot where I can put them into the ground so it all stays in place, because the start of this process they will want to move. So this is your setup to begin with. So as you can see here, it's spiraled, so you just want to go in and out, in and out, in and out with as many different vines as you can and just build up strength. So let's get into it. You want to try to get as long of a piece as you can, especially when you're starting. It can be really tricky. You can see me repositioning constantly while I'm just trying to get those first few pieces of grapevine on. And where I get the grapevine from is there's a guy down the road that just has a little mini orchard, and he trims his vines at the end of every season, which is sort of early winter, and then he just drops the trailer load off to me. So once you've got yourself, a pretty sturdy structure at this point, sturdy enough to work on, it's usually 2 or 3 passes, and you want to it's like basket weaving. You're going, one pass is in one direction, and then you switch it over and you come back in the other direction, and you just keep going around and around and around until you've built it up to something that's really strong. And it is a little bit time consuming, but it's also very relaxing and very rewarding. You can see what I'm doing now is I'm kind of weaving things around the main bundle that I've already taken all around the uprights, and that's just to really tighten everything around those uprights, because we don't really want the spiral that's going around to be slipping around. So this just kind of keeps everything in place and really tight. Keep getting yourself more vines and just keep adding to it. You really want that spiral to thicken up so it's really sturdy and really strong, changing directions, wrapping it around the uprights fairly tightly. And then as the pieces get to the top of the spiral, you want to try and bundle them around this top bit. You're trying to hide that bit of twine. It gets so strong at the top you could eventually just snip the piece of twine out. But it's really hard to work on this whole thing if you don't have that there. So you're just kind of moving it around. You can bend it in through the uprights and then twist it back up around. You just want to get it as sturdy as possible. And then when you've finished winding it around, just give it a bit of a lift test and see if it all holds together. Give it a shake, and if it all stays together, you are good to go, and you have created yourself a beautiful trellis to use in your garden. And this will last for seasons, and then when it wears out, you can compost it or burn it and make a new one. We've actually got a few out in our field, and we're growing veggies up it in amongst our flowers. So go out and make one and enjoy.